I'm only 18, and it tells a lot of people that age doesn't matter. There's a lot of veterans on this team, but of course, if you're good enough, I think you can prove yourself that you're worth a player, and I think that's what I tried doing this season. And I was very grateful to get MVP. I know there's people who just think age is just numbers, but for me, age is just a number behind my back that you can count on it, but it really doesn't matter. Depends how good you are. That's all that matters.
Coming down the stretch here, you guys are kind of in control of your own destiny here at the playoff situation. It's going to be exciting to see that.
It is exciting, especially with that home win on Saturday. Now we have to get prepared again to go on Sunday and play the same team again, and that's going to be another tough game. They came out here and they wanted points too, because they needed them, and I think us playing the way we did, we definitely knew that we wanted it more.
Do you feel any pressure going into this, knowing that it's a pretty meaningful game?
To tell you the truth, I felt a little pressure coming. We knew that we had to win. Not just only me, I bet had the pressure, but I bet everyone in the locker room had a little pressure on their body. But of course, it's a game. It's a normal game. We all have to go out there, do our jobs, and if we do everything we can, I know we would have got those points, and that's what we did.
A relatively young team here as a whole, making a playoff push. How impressed are you with how the team's come together and grown? I
think definitely our young team is definitely helping overall. I think we have a lot of speed, so that kind of helps against veterans. But of course, now it's when you have to push the hardest. No matter what it takes, you need to go and do it. And then especially this Sunday when we go to Columbus, it's going to be a tough game, and we all have to be there and fight. I think definitely our young team is definitely helping overall. I think we have a lot of speed, so that kind of helps against veterans. But of course, now it's when you have to push the hardest. No matter what it takes, you need to go and do it. And then especially this Sunday when we go to Columbus, it's going to be a tough game, and we all have to be there and fight.
Is there any competition between you guys to improve? And
every day. I mean, it's a fight every day. Even on the rest days, this is a regen day for us, and you got 4 young guys against 4 veterans, and it's definitely a battle, and the young guys always want to win, they want to prove something, and Diego's part of it.
Do you guys find each other competing with each other, the younger guys, at all? Or
absolutely, and everything we do. We do shooting drills at the end, and a lot of times it's, all right, first to 3 goals, or I'm going to put it here, you have to follow it up, kind of like a little horse game, and we push each other every day on every little aspect of the game.
How's it feel to have a team that is relatively young, pushing for the playoffs here?
I think it's a good thing for the league. I think it's a growing league. I think there's a lot of younger players coming in that are impacting teams, and not maybe just 1 or 2 guys on each team. Us, we have 4, 5, 6 guys that are doing it, and are doing it consistently, and that's the biggest thing for us. And
it's going to be a nice build for the future. Then.
It is. It's a great build for the future. Diego's part of that, especially being a homegrown kind of guy, and he's obviously been the MVP of the year, and that's well recognized by the fans, by the team, and it's well deserved.
It's not to take away from any of the other guys on the team. I mean, you've had a great year. There've been several guys who, any other year, it seems probably could have been up there for the MVP and taken.
Yeah, and I think that's what is good about the team. That's why we're in this run. That's why we're in almost a playoff spot right now, and we have guys that'll step up. And Diego's one of them. Juan Aguidel's been one of them. I've had a couple goals here and there. Lee's had some great ones, and even the veteran guys like Jose putting in great goals in big games.
Do you feel any pressure with this one game? Probably, I guess, meaning more than any other game this season.
Obviously, there's pressure. Yeah, it's given from the fans, from the team, from outside parties. But I think for us, it's just another game because we have to win, and we know that we've had to win the last 4 games, and we've done it. So I think for us, it's just going out, playing again, and finding a way to win.
Young team pushing for the playoffs here. It's going to be nice to see that progression and the push down the stretch here.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's a long season, and you're always you're trying to get better every year, every game, every season. And right now, we feel we are playing a lot of young guys, and they're all growing, and we are in a situation where we control our own path, and that's a good place to be. But what I'm really happy with is, like you said, there's a really good progression with our group of guys. For me, the thing that I'm so it stands out with Diego is he's so naturally good. Is he's instinctual. He sees the game. He feels the game. But I think really this year, and it started last year, is we've really worked with him on his defense. He's really taken a commitment to how he defends. And so he's getting a lot, for me, he's a lot more engaged in the game because he's defending better. He's more involved in what we're doing. So when we break, he's actually